here we are in 5.10. This is number 11. And it says a druggist has one solution that is 10% iodine and another solution that's 50% iodine. How much of each solution should the druggist use to get 100 milliliters of 20% solution? So we need to make sure we understand what they're saying first. So just get an idea, mental picture. They have this one container of iodine, and it's only a 10% solution. That means it has 10% or 10 milliliters of iodine in it. So it's kind of weak. Then they have this one that's 50% iodine and 50% of something else. But they don't want that strong of one. They want something that's a little more diluted, that's 20%. So they're going to take those two containers they have and mix them together. But you don't mix them evenly. You have to know how much, like maybe a cup of this and 2 cups of this. I don't know. We just got to figure that out. Just so we get an idea of what's going on in the picture. So once again, we're going to use a chart that's going to help us with this. And we're going to start labeling it. We have 10% mixture. We have a 50% mixture. And then we want a 20%. So I'm just going to label these so that we can see what we got going on. So we want to know how much the amount we have, and that's in milliliters, the total amount. So it might be 2 cups, 3 cups, a gallon, whatever we need. So we also want to know the pure amount of iodine. And that means just pure iodine, nothing watering it down, 100% right here. So how we figure this out for each container, this first container is 10%. Well, they have X amount of liquid in there. It might be, you know, a big old jug like this, or it might be a little cup. I don't know which one it is. But how much is in that would be just 0.1 or 10% of X. Whatever that amount is, it's only going to be 0.1 times it. So this is how much of the pure iodine there is. So over here, we don't know how much liquid we have of the 50% container. So we would, once again, to find out the pure amount, we would multiply the percent times how much is in there. Now on this one over here, we read it again, it tells us we want to get 100 milliliters of this 20%. So listed under 20%, how much do we want total? We want 100 milliliters. Now to find the amount of pure, we just multiply the 20% times this, which would be 0.2 times 100, or just 20 milliliters. So if you think of like the lavender and essential oils, that's what I'm thinking of. Essential oils, you know how you buy those little ones? Well, you'd have 20 milliliters of just pure iodine, and you're going to mix it in with this other liquid. So now we have 2 equations, and we have 2 unknowns, so we can solve them. I'm going to use, I think last time on the last problem I used substitution. So why don't we try elimination on this one? So I'm going to rewrite this equation to get rid of the decimals, and that would be x plus 5y equals 200. And I have my other equation that I'm just going to rewrite down here. This equation, I'm just rewriting right under here. We have x, y equals 100. So there's my 2 equations. I just took this one and got rid of the decimals and wrote it there. And this one I just copied down. I didn't do anything to it. So looking at these 2 equations here, I need to get opposite coefficients of one of the variables. It doesn't matter which one. This was x and this is positive x. So let's just make it easy and just do negative. So I'm going to multiply negative times all of this one here. And now I have x minus x, which would be 0. 5y minus y would be 4y. Equals 200 minus 100 would be 100. Divide by 4, and we have y equals 25. So once again, I can come up here and I can say this is 25 milliliters. So, and that's 100. So this one over here would just be 100 minus the 25, or 75 milliliters. And there's our answer. Okay, so once we found our answer, we just needed to rewrite it over here so that we have it all in one. Because remember, I always say that if it's a word problem, you got to give it back to me in word problems. So it's 75 milliliters of 10% and 25 milliliters of the 50% to make the 100 milliliters of 20%. And there we found our answer. And if you have any questions, just you know where to find me. Zoom, email, text me, whatnot. Have a great day.